welcome to Superbelle Sews. My name's Sarah. Thanks for joining me today for day 12 of Vlogmas. I've got a nice dress on this morning because we have our school carol service today. So we've got rehearsal and then the carol service is sort of leading into the end of the day. And then tonight I have rehearsal. I will change before the rehearsal. And we've been asked to wear black for the carol service, black sparkly. So this isn't really sparkly, but I feel like it's sort of dressed up. The only thing I'm not sure about is the arms. So I don't know if I should be wearing something to sort of cover up the arms. I need to work that out. I don't know how much arm is too much arm for a concert. What do you think if I'm going to be conducting? But yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I digress as usual. So I thought I would just check and do my advent calendar this morning, and then I'll show you some of the stuff I bought at the shop that I went to yesterday. I didn't buy loads, I just bought a couple of bits. So let's do the advent calendar day 12. So we have one of their medium-sized boxes. It feels quite full, the box, but it's not making any noise. So I don't know if that's tissue or... Ooh. Oh, cute. Oh my gosh, absolutely loads of it. Wow, okay, so this is Petra Bose. Look at this, so it's Rick Rack. Petra Bose is the same brand who had the patch, was it the day before yesterday, I think? The disco patch. See if I can get this out so you can see a bit of it. I have no idea where the end is. There is absolutely loads of this. Hang on, I don't know how to get it out. I don't want to damage it. And I also don't want to make a mess everywhere. So it's, how cool is that? I'm not showing you this very well, am I? It's like glittery. Is there a way for me to show you that? Like that, there you go. So it's like glittery Rick Rack. How cool is that? And there is 13 meters of it. Absolutely loads. I do really think that Fabric or Mother have listened to some of the comments from last year, because they gave us some Rick Rack last year. It was silver, but I think it was like much lower quality. It was like 2 meters or something. Not quality, quantity. The quality, I'm sure, as usual, was amazing, but it was just not as much of it. Whereas this, there's absolutely loads. And I love that it's not in, it's obviously metallic-y, but it's not in like a really traditional Christmassy colour. So I feel like you could use it on things throughout the year. Like you've got a few more choices rather than having to make something Christmassy with it. Love that. Love that. What a great gift. Very, very good. Okay, yeah, I do feel like, because I was rewatching someone's review of the calendar last year, there were generally things about certain gifts sort of not being special enough, or they were things that you could just go to a shop and buy for not very much. And also about the quantity of things, considering that the calendar's quite expensive. So I do feel like they've listened to that so far. I feel like by the time I got about halfway through last year, I had already had a few days where I've been like, and I've enjoyed all of the days so far. So I think that's really great. I'm really, really glad to have this calendar this year. Yeah, so that's that. Anyway, the shop I went to yesterday, I hadn't planned on going because I didn't know it was there and I didn't think I'd have time. But then I did. I was really glad to pop in. And they had this fabric that I actually have had previously to make. I made a Nova coat. So it's a boucle fabric. And the reason I've sort of been toying with buying some more of it is because it was my first Nova coat. It was in this colour that I've purchased and had a really nice cotton lawn lining. And I wore it all the time. It was my most practical sort of everyday coat. So when it's not pouring down with rain, like a really good autumn winter casual coat. And it sort of got destroyed. I can't remember exactly what happened, but it ended up sort of just getting like ruined in some sort of moving situation. I can't remember. But yeah, it became unwearable. And I've just noticed this year, I either have coats that sort of, I've got my really long pink Vivian coat that I made, which is really heavy and quite formal and doesn't go with everything that I'm wearing day to day. And then I've got my raincoat, but sometimes the rain, like I don't, if I'm going somewhere, say to meet a friend for coffee, like I don't want to wear a raincoat necessarily. So I decided that this coat is really what I'm missing. And I just thought, why not just make another one? Why not just make another one? So I've been toying with it for ages, and they had 2 colourways of this fabric. So this is a boucle fabric that has been everywhere. Oops. Right, so this is a boucle fabric that has been everywhere. Here you go. My coat was in this colour, so if I have time and I remember before I post this, I will put a picture up of the coat here. But basically I had the coat in this colour, and I toyed with getting, they also had the like rust colourway of this, and I thought like, oh, maybe that's how I change it and make it a different colour. But actually one of the reasons this was so wearable is that this colour goes with so much of what I own. So I thought, I'm just going to make an exact copy. It'll have different lining, but everything else is going to be exactly the same. So that's what I bought. And then, ironically, it's turning into a rick-racky kind of day, because I bought some rick-rack. Now this, the plan for it is Christmas. So I've mentioned before that I was planning on maybe making some little Christmas napkins if I have time, but I also have a few other little Christmas crafts planned, and I just thought this is the sort of thing that if I've made something and I feel like it needs lifting or it needs a little something extra, the rick rack is a good thing to do there. So I've got 3 meters of that. Now I've got rick rack coming out my blooming ears, haven't I? I've got 16 meters of rick rack acquired in the last 24 hours. And then the only other thing I purchased, which is down here, is this zip. So I'm doing, I think I mentioned before, I'm doing some alpha testing for a sloper for So Busty, and none of my zips were long enough. So I sort of had to make it with a shorter zip, and then when it's quite close fitting because it's a sloper, and I could get into it fine, but I like could not get myself out of it. So so every time I had to rip the front seam open because the zip wasn't long enough to open as it should. So I went in there and I was like, give me your longest zip. So I'm hoping that will do the job, because I've got one more version of the sloper to make at some point between now and the end of the year. So I've got to go now. I've got to finish getting ready. I've got to put some earrings on. I this morning have already had a little look at the music teacher at school had just been like, could you bump the choir for this number? So I've just had a quick look through the music for that. But yeah, we'll get ready to go. I still don't have my car. We're hoping. Thank you for the vibes yesterday. I really appreciated so many people sending good vibes. The mechanic is coming today while I'm out. So yes, we hope and pray that he can get it done. Possibly an update later in the day. I don't really know. I'm just working all day. I might be able to get some footage of the church, which is a very pretty church. So I'll see what I can do. Yeah, but otherwise, if I don't see you later, I will see you tomorrow. Right, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.